Hello and welcome to Nige's gaming channel, and specifically welcome to Season 2 of Nige vs Nightmare Zone in State of Decay 2. I hope you enjoyed Season 1, where we completed the entire playthrough as a trader, which means we've now unlocked an excellent bonus when we start our new playthrough today. Now brought 3 people through. You might remember Alexander on the left over here. He was a star in more ways than one of Season 1 of the big show. Over here on the right we have Cody, or aka Code, who's our computer expert. We recruited him at some point, I think after my last playthrough, because in between seasons what I did was I took my community into a normal zone, the easy mode if you will, just to train them up a bit and help them find some extra bits and pieces we might need for a playthrough in Nightmare Zone, and that turned out to be very successful. So we ended up with Code as a result of that. He's our computers guy. I think that's where we got him from. Anyway, he's here, deal with it. And right smack in the middle is Green, our newest Red Talon recruit, which means we have 2 Red Talon people. These are the super soldiers, very well trained, highly skilled, and very useful to have in the zombie apocalypse. So those are our 3 people. Let's start the community. We're going to roll it through on the Cascade Hills map, which is my favorite one of all. In fact, we're going to call this playthrough Law and Order Cascade Hills, because I will be playing it through as a sheriff this time around, which will be the 3rd of the 4 leader types that that we've completed with this game so far. Now, as we load back in, of course, it's nighttime. That's nice and, yeah, awesome. Just what we need. Because, you know, Nightmare Zone's not tough enough.
And we're empty. Again.
Not me. Last time I accidentally stumbled on a juggernaut.
I have a better idea. We could settle down here, instead of moving on.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I admit, it looks better than the last couple of towns we came through.
Alright.
Now that you mention it, it does feel kind of homey.
Yeah, it does.
It's settled. This town is where we'll set up our new base. We just have to find a spot that's defensible. Maybe with some room to expand.
Yes, yes, yes. Alright. And who am I in charge of? Ah, it's Green. Am I Green? I think I am. I am. There you go. Green's got the fuel and the repair kit. Oh, what a coincidence. Let's just check the back of the truck first. There's more fuel and another repair kit. Oh, not a bad start at all, friends. Let's repair the truck before we go anywhere. Now, the house we want to move into is literally just down the road, but if we can get this truck repaired and fueled up and get it down to the house, that will be awesome. Now, for those of you new to this whole Nightmare Zone thing, essentially it's one of 2 new difficulty levels that were introduced by the creators of this game, Undead Labs, a little while ago. Dread Zone is, I guess, the medium of the 3 modes, because of course when the game shipped originally, it was just, there was only one difficulty mode, just standard, which I now consider the easy mode. Dread Zone is a step up from that, but what we're playing is Nightmare Zone, which is the hardest of all of the difficulties, and it really is crazy what they've done to the game. Wow, the frame rate's running a bit low today.
Zombies headed this way.
There are more zombies in Nightmare Zone. They hurt you more if and when they manage to land a hit on you, like that one just did. Fantastic. As you can see, my guy's already got an injury from that. That'll be a missing chunk of flesh because I got bitten. It's just, yeah, it's a very, very punishing mode, Nightmare Zone. It will, if you turn your back on it for a second, it will hurt you all day long. So anyway, this is the base we want to move into.
Checking in and getting started now.
The first thing we have to do is, of course, have a quick squiz through it.
Figures.
And just check all the rooms. There will be zombies in here somewhere. I can hear one of them, I think. It's over. Yeah, there's one. And man, when they first jump up like that, they really lunge at you. You very rarely get a chance to defend yourself, even if you see it coming. It's like they have a burst of energy when they first get up off the floor. Let's check the upstairs section. And once we've checked all the rooms, there we go.
Frameless are gone, so it's time for us to claim this place and move in.
We can claim the home site.
Sounds like a plan.
And start working on it straight away. I'll try and explain this as best I can as we go. Let's bring up the base map and have a look. Now, first thing we want to do is clear the trash from this place,
Enjoy your water and power,
which is going to take 50 seconds or so. And the good thing is one of the two...
After everything your people have done for us, we wanted to help you out. Swing by and take whatever you need.
Okay, that's...
Our first priority has to be gathering materials. We'll need them to improve this place.
Geez, they're a chatty bunch, aren't they? When you...
Need to take a look at what's out there.
For God's sake. Will you all shut up? I'm trying to explain to the people what's going on. Everyone, have we finished talking? Yep. All right, cool. Now, where was I? The base map. Clearing the trash. I want to build things, but I can't. See, now that's one of the downsides of bringing, what's his name, Alexander in. If we have a look at his stats, he actually brings -1 to labor. Normally, each person who comes into the community contributes 1 unit of labor, if you will, and certain tasks like building and tearing things down require a certain amount of labor. We only have 2 at our disposal at the moment. We should have 3, but we only have 2 because this guy is worth
Time to
-1.
get building. Either
The Alexander guy, not this guy. Okay, so
Right. Things are underway.
Oh, cool.
should have enough to build our Red Talon workshop. Tremendous. We also want to, yeah, okay, we're going to need more materials, which we did bring through with the people. I'm just going to dump the things that I brought in.
Playing good neighbor, we'd be grateful.
I'm on the way.
Brought in some fantastic stuff, which I will go through in a moment. Let's switch out to the Codester and unload all the stuff he brought in. Because, yeah, all 3 of these people are loaded to the eyeballs with gear from my last playthrough. Oh, that's the wrong way. I thought I was facing the other direction. So I brought building materials in because that's the one thing that's really difficult to keep on top of early on. Oh, hang on. He's got stuff on him as well. He's got spare guns and all kinds of bits and pieces, which I'll explain as we go. I'll just dump it all in
And we're all done here.
into the locker for now. And Alexander, you're up. Let's get... Where are you? Okay. Get you upstairs. Dump your building materials. And all the stuff you brought in. Okay, let's switch back to green just because reasons. Where we started. And now we should be able to build an infirmary to start with, which is a very good thing to have for obvious reasons. And the other thing we want to build is a garden here. Why can't I build a garden? I don't have enough materials, of course. Okay, we have to go out and find some, which is all good. Now, let's just quickly duck upstairs and grab some bits and pieces to go out into the big bad world. Most importantly, some, what do you call it, medicine and stuff. And take the good gear. Got some strong painkillers and stimulants, which will give us, if you can see on the left and right, down here there's the blue bar and the red bar. The red bar is health, the blue bar is stamina. Obviously, if you run out of health, you die. If you run out of stamina, you get puffed out, and it's really hard to fight.
Last one left.
I'm just going to heal myself up a little bit with one of those for now. And let's go find some materials. First and foremost, go out to the front where the truck is. Now, I know there's a place just up the road where we can definitely get materials. Cascade Hills, this map that we're playing on, is the one I know the best. Last time we played, it was on the map I knew the least. This one, I know reasonably well, and I know there's a... Oh my god, what's wrong with the frame rate? This is crazy. It's running like a dog for some reason. I'm wondering whether it might be worth stopping the recording and just rebooting the system and the game from scratch. And it's
Perfect outpost location? Check.
it just seems to be... Oh, Jesus. Who just hit me? I heard him, but I didn't see him. Anyway. Yeah, this frame rate's really bad. I'm thinking I might need to reboot the whole thing.
Well,
Oh, look at that. 2 rucksacks of materials. Now, to those not familiar with the game, there are basically 2 kinds of loot, if you will. There are rucksacks, which I'm carrying on my back at the moment. You can see there with the building materials logo on it. You can only carry one of those at a time. Oh, I should have emptied the truck before we came up here, because I got more in there. That's fantastic. But yeah, rucksacks are great. They've got bulk amounts of stuff in them, but you can only carry one of them at a time. These orange things like that. All the other stuff you can carry, depending on the character, anywhere between 8 and 12 things, depending on the character and the type of backpack you're wearing at the time. I'm just gonna check all the... Oh, come on. All the corners of this
Can't everywhere be this quiet.
space. And that's all completely looted. Alright, so... I'm actually going to grab this toolkit, and it might seem wasteful, but I'm going to use it now. Repair this truck fully. And then we'll just try and find some more of those. There's something to bear in mind in Nightmare Zone 2, that you really want to avoid hitting stuff with your car. Especially zombies.
Loader ahead. Better kill it quick.
In the normal mode, hitting a zombie with a car, it doesn't really matter. I mean, eventually if you plow through dozens and dozens, or maybe hundreds of them, you're going to have a problem. But a couple, not really a drama. But in Nightmare Zone, hitting zombies with your
I
car
can't let that screamer bring a whole party over.
will just wreck your whole day. Oh, this chap's very keen on getting his head cut off. There you go, son. No dramas, all sorted.
Locked up tight.
Now, if I crouch down, I can open this quietly, even though it's locked, because that's a special skill
Sucks that we
these
can't
red
enjoy
talon
this
people
quiet
have.
moments anymore.
And there should be some more building materials here. Tremendous. What else have we got? There's another container in this room.
Look.
Nothing.
Still more nothing.
All right. But I tell you what, that is a solid haul of building materials. I mean, we already had 2 rucksacks in the back of the truck that I forgot we had. Plus, we've just found 3 more, which is fantastic. Dump that in the truck. Head back home. And we'll be able to do some more building and expanding and such forth. Oh, there was a bloater there. I forgot about him. Oh, man, yeah. And this frame rate is really, really not good at all. Oh, cool. An armored horde. These guys are enthusiastic, and this will test out my fighting skills. Come on, boys. Let's go. Who's first? Or are you just going to mill around there? Oh, what? You know what? Let's just do this the old-fashioned way, huh?
Running out of fuel.
Dude did a sweet backflip. Alright, well, look, we got a little bit beaten up there, but that could have been a lot worse. Let's put some materials in to storage and see what else we can do with the base. Now, we've built our infirmary. We need to upgrade that at some point, but first of all, I'm going to build a garden. Then we can start growing some food. And I'm going to chuck a very special modification into this bedroom called the white noise machine. You can see it here. If you have power, which we do in this playthrough, plus 10 to morale. That's a huge boost. And especially considering in Nightmare Zone, the base morale is minus 10. See here, because there are so many zombies, you start with a minus 10 to your morale, which doesn't normally happen. So you're really on the back foot, and anything you can do to boost that is a good thing. Now, there's plenty more we need to do with the base, but I can't do anything with them at the moment because we just don't have the labor to get it done. I might just duck back inside here and maybe switch out from this character and let her recover from her injuries a bit. The big gun back. And speaking of big guns, she can have this thing, the B50FG. What a weapon. I actually traded one of these with a friend of mine in his game and bought another one of them from a trader on my final mission in my last playthrough. I was on my way to do the final mission and a trader popped up and they were selling the B50FG, which is just a fantastic weapon, especially if you give it to a character that you're about to make passive. Like if you're going to switch to another character like I am, going to switch over to Alexander here, give the gun to the other person and then they will patrol the base with it and do all kinds of harm. Actually, Alexander's got the other one on him at the moment. Please pardon me as I get text messages in the background if you're wondering what that dinging sound is. I don't even know if you can hear it, but no, I certainly can. We'll take our Eternal Guard's Infinite Rage. 150 odd rounds in the clip. What a weapon. Again, exactly the sort of weapon you want to bring into a playthrough like this. So you're always got plenty of bullets. That said, I do want to try and minimize my use of them, especially early on. Only so many we've brought through with this, and they're going to be much more useful for killing plague hearts than they are for killing zombies. Alright. Now, what I might do while we're waiting for... How's the base looking? We got any morale? Any labor? We have got 1. But I think to upgrade the infirmary, we're going to need 2 labor. And even more materials. Yes, okay. Cool. In the meantime, while that's installing, what we'll do is... There's a big pole here we can climb. A lookout point or a scouting vantage point. I can't remember what the hell they're called, but essentially if you climb up one of these towers, or a billboard, or whatever it is you can find, they're marked on the map as a pair of binoculars. So, see, it's a bloody tall one, this one. The billboards aren't quite as tall, but climb up these, look through your binoculars, essentially, and it sort of gives you the lay of the land immediately around the area. All those buildings off in the distance, we'll be able to see what they are. Little question marks will pop up on them. There we go. And as we look at them, it tells us what they are. If there's a plague heart down there, there's usually a plague heart down there somewhere. Oh, and there's a car. What is it? You got to be joking. A survey car. Okay, Nige, let's cross to you very quickly to explain why the survey car is awesome.
No worries at all, Nige. When you start a new game in State of Decay 2, as we just have, all the buildings on the map show up as nameless grey shapes. What are they? Is there a plague heart in them? Have they been looted yet? All good questions. And the answer is, f***ed if I know. The survey car that we just found is awesome because as you drive it around, it acts like a long-range scanner. It looks around in a huge radius, identifying all the buildings around you without you having to go up to each one individually to see what it is. In short, it's going to make life a hell of a lot easier from here on in, and it's a great find, especially this early in a Nightmare Zone playthrough. Well done, Nige. Good job. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Nige. to find a survey car in any playthrough is pot luck.
Okay, plague heart in sight.
But to find one in Nightmare Zone, this close to the home base, oh my god, what an absolute score. That is amazing.
Don't give that screamer a chance to yell.
I genuinely didn't think we would find one at all in this playthrough, let alone this early on. That is brilliant. And that's going to make things a lot easier for us. Is that everything? No, I've missed something. Oh, there's one.
Damn,
No, that's just a zombie.
loader.
Ah, and there's a abandoned tanker there, and a building here. There's a lot of abandoned things, isn't there? Ah, and this one. That's a Italian...
Nothing more to see
Oh no,
here.
Italian restaurant? I thought it was. Maybe that's down further. Mama Fratelli's, it's called. The restaurant, and I'm absolutely convinced that that's a nod to the Goonies. Anyone old enough to remember the Goonies remember the Fratellis and their little busted up Italian restaurant with the cool tunnel system underneath that led to One-Eyed Willie's rich stuff. What a film. If you got kids, show them the Goonies. One of the best of all time. Okay. Well, what a fantastic little piece of scouting that was. So much so that what I'm going to do is park this car and I'm going to actually stop recording very quickly and reboot my system, because this frame rate dropping out business is not just annoying and rubbish looking for you guys. It's going to be dangerous in the long run. It's going to get me, maybe not killed, but certainly unnecessarily injured. Something's going to lag out on me and not good at all. So, the changeover for you will be instantaneous, so no need to talk amongst yourselves. But let's come back in just a second and pick ourselves up a survey car and keep moving. Alright, I think that's about as close as I can get to exactly where I was standing before we rebooted the system. And already, oh look at that, smooth as silk. Frame rate fantastic. Yeah, I think the old girl just been running it for a little bit too long. And now reboot has done us the world of good. Okay, so let's just check back in and see where we're up to. Because for you it's been instantaneous. For me, it's been a bit of a muck around. Oh, that's right, the survey car. Let's go pick that up. We'll go down on foot. And you know what? Just for a giggle, if the opportunity presents itself, we might even have a crack at that plague heart. Given we're carrying 141 rounds in this gun at the moment.
You know what else I don't miss? People telling me to floss.
So we need to do a fuel run.
People used to tell you to floss. Ah, actually, before we go down there, let's have a look at the stats on the car. Okay, so it needs fuel. I'm going to have to take some. Do we even have any fuel? Oh shit, I don't think we do. Alright. So we'll have to find some fuel. I know where we can theoretically do that. Down in this direction. Now, in Nightmare Zone, again, you might be watching this thinking, God, he's being a bit weak. He's dodging everything and hiding and avoiding conflicts and that sort of stuff. That is actually the right way to do it in Nightmare Zone, trust me. I've watched a lot of people, people who I've watched streaming this game, people who are reasonably good at it, who just, it's not that their skills failed them, I think they were just a little bit too cocky. And I've watched guys who've never lost a community member, lose 2 or 3 of them in the first couple of hours of their gameplay and really get shocked into submission at just how tough Nightmare Zone really can be.
I hope this place is as full as it looks.
Hopefully I'm not talking it up too much, but there we go. There's some fuel.
With this.
I might come back and clear this place out when we've got the car. Oops. Well, that's going to be an unavoidable conflict now. But a short and sharp one. Now, other stuff that I was going to
explain.
What screamer? Oh, there's a screamer over there. No, it's fine. He won't see us. Other stuff I was going to explain. Objectives for this particular episode. were to get the base up and running, and we're sort of in the process of that. Just upgrading the infirmary as we speak. And also wanted to drive around and unlock some stuff and have a look at some things. And with this survey car we're about to pick up, that's going to be so much easier. Going to be fantastic. Now, just over on the right there, that building with the weird skylight on the top, that's where the first play card is. And for the uninitiated, this red shiny zombie that I just killed here is a blood plague zombie, and they are either caused by or affected somehow by these things called plague hearts. There's one in this building here. You can see all that red crap up the top.
Plague zombies in all directions. Better be careful.
In a normal map, there's, I think, 9, maybe 10 of them. In Nightmare Zone, I think there's somewhere between 16 and 18 per map. So again, that's something else that makes it even tougher. Other thing to explain, because we just finished our last playthrough as a trader, that unlocked a thing called the Trader Boon, which I've activated for this particular playthrough. Gives us a bonus 4,000 influence when we start the game. Now, influence is the equivalent of cash in this game. You get it for killing certain types of zombies in certain ways.
I guess this trip was worth it after all.
For all kinds of different things. It's basically the in-game currency. And the more of it you have, the more you can trade it for things. You buy things with it, with traders and all that sort of stuff. For all intents and purposes, it may as well be called cash. But they call it influence, and we have 4,000 of it. Well, in this case, as you can see, 4,231. Normally, you would start with none. So that's a huge boost.
The outpost is up and running.
And a great way to kickstart a community, which is the reason I did that playthrough most recently. So yeah, we've got free water and power at our base because my initial playthrough was as a builder. That unlocks the builder boon, which gives you free water and power. And now this playthrough, we also have the trader boon. You can have 2 of them active per playthrough. We've got, in my opinion, the 2 best for a short-term playthrough. If your end game is to just get it sorted, get it dealt with as quickly as possible, then those 2 boons are definitely the way to go. Having 4,000 extra bucks in your back pocket when you start is just fantastic. It's almost as fantastic as finding a survey car down the street from my starting house in Nightmare Zone. That is, I can't stress to you how lucky that is, how unusual that would be. Last 2 times I played through, haven't found any of them. No survey cars anywhere, but let alone down the street from my house right at the beginning. That is amazing. Anyway, let's fuel it back up. And I don't think I've got a repair kit. I think I used it. Remember I said it was probably wasteful using it on the ute, and I did, and it kind of was in hindsight. But this thing, man, it's going to be a useful little car. For now, I'm just going to run home very quickly and leave it there and switch it out for the truck just while we get ourselves set up, because I'm not going to go exploring vast distances just yet. I'm going to keep it close to home for a little while, get a few things done, gather a few resources, and then, I don't know, maybe next episode
All this noise is gonna
we
bring a lot of
can go and do a big drive around and unlock and see where everything's at, and start making plans for smashing some heads in. It's going to be fantastic. Let's check how we're doing. We've got no labor. That's got another 9 minutes to go. All right. So I'll keep going. Now, again, to explain, I wanted to try and, in this this season, explain more things as I go, so I'm not just flying through it. And for those who don't know the game too well, over on the right of the screen here, outposts. At the moment, we can have 2 of them. And what they do is, in this case, the meds outpost, which we picked up earlier, if you find an abandoned clinic or something that would logically have medicine in it, you can claim the outpost, and it will generate an income to your community of 1 unit of, in this case, medicine per day. There are also food outposts and ammo outposts, and each resource has its own outpost type. And when you start the game with a basic setup like we've got, you can have 2 outposts. But as we upgrade the base and put more mods and do different things, you can have, in theory, you can have 7. That's the most at the moment that you can have, which involves having a special character that's got a skill called hacking. And you got to have a special mod, which we have, like the satellite dish thing. But at the moment we only have 2, which is fine. That's not bad to start with. Yeah, we could do with another medicine one. Might grab 2 of those because we use, by having an infirmary, we are actually going through 2 units of medicine every day in the game. And it's good to be able to negate that a little bit by having at least 1, and in our case it'll be 2 medicine outposts, because there's another one right here. Some sort of an abandoned clinic thing. What's it called? Oh, an abandoned clinic. There you go. I was right. So again, we'll just run around this. If you want to claim a place that can be claimed, you need to check all the rooms, make sure there's no zombies in it, which makes sense, you know.
All clear.
See, all clear. And now for, I think, is it $300? Yeah, well, 300 influence. We can claim this one.
The outpost is up and running.
And not only now do we get 1 medicine a day from it, but we can also access our supply locker from here. Oh, and I might actually, let's just get it straight out in the car and get the hell out of here, because a screamer screaming is bad in this mode, this zone. Nightmare. I mean, in the normal game probably wouldn't bother me too much, but yeah, that's bad news. In Nightmare Zone they attract a lot of bad guys, and you want to be somewhere else a little bit after that's happened. Alright, so one thing I wanted to check was, has this ammo store been looted? And yes, of course it has. See on the map in front of us how the ammo symbol is blacked out. That means this area has been pre-looted. As far as the game's concerned, I guess the idea is, you know, this is Nightmare Zone. Things are meant to be tougher.
I gotta make sure it's dead.
I think something like 30 or 40% of buildings have already been looted. So, although we can claim this as an ammo outpost later if we want to, there's no point in searching it. It's a cool gun store, yep, but all the containers will be empty in there. There'll be nothing worth grabbing. That said, there's a really nice little spot here. We're just going to duck back and park the truck in the middle. And you know what? That plague heart. That plague heart there and I have a score to settle. In a previous playthrough, the very first time I tried Nightmare Zone, I got very badly beaten up at this exact address. And I nearly lost my first ever character.
Damn, it's locked.
So let's see if we can do it a bit better this time. Switch this AK-47 to full auto and have at thee, as they say. I'm not even going to bother with scent block. There we go.
Damn it!
When a plague heart dies like that, all the plague zombies around it, as you can see, those guys just did, they just drop dead. It's like, you know, killing the head vampire. Like that dickhead in The Lost Boys. What was his name? Max. Max, yes. You kill him, and then all the other vampires with the bad metal hair all just die. It was awesome. Nanook knew, though. Nanook, he knew everything. Always listen to the dog. I'm just saying, if there's vampires and you have a dog, the dog knows what's going on. So pay attention. I'm not going to take the large backpack, as I've explained in previous videos. It does hold 8 things, which is great, but it weighs 4 pounds more than the other backpacks that can also hold 8 things, so it's really not worth the while. Again, I'm not going to clear this place right out, because looting's not the point at this stage. We're just trying to gather the basics. Yeah. I gotta say, this coming into a playthrough prepared with a community full of stuff makes a hell of a difference, as you'd expect. I mean, this is way more productive and awesome early on than it was last time. Now I'm just going to duck up the road here because I know there's another ammo place, and it hasn't been looted. I've driven past it a couple of times already, but I wasn't looking for it. Hopefully we'll find some cool guns and ammo around here. And yeah, that's the other thing in Nightmare Zone. Ooh, nice. 1911. Some strong painkillers, that's excellent. I don't think I can carry much more at the moment, but that I can carry. And I hear a bloater. There we go. Yeah, Nightmare Mode, driving a car up to somewhere will attract a lot of bad guys. They seem to be a lot more sensitive to the sound in this mode than they would normally be.
That screamer sees me. It's bad news.
Another screamer. Really? Wee. Oh, that's right. And this guy can grab zombies front on. You don't need to duck behind them from memory. I'm just going to shoot that guy. Let's test out the theory. Now, this zombie over here, if we can get him to face us, I think... Yep, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. That's because he's maxed out his fighting skill, and... Oh, fantastic. I'd completely forgotten about that. So now we'll be able to fight a lot better. Especially those armored guys, the ones with the helmets on that you kind of need to grab and stab in the head if you want to knock them off quickly. They're going to be much easier to fight. Alright, so what do we need? We need ammo, obviously, fuel and medicine. What do we got? Fuel, ammo, but no medicine. Is that because I forgot to check that building we just claimed? I did, didn't I? That was foolish of me. Yep, look at that. I searched it, I claimed it, and then I walked out without looking for... Got some jugs of ethanol, that's always handy. I'm going to drop off some of the stuff we've already picked up. Get rid of it all. Keep those. And that's 5.56s. We don't need them at the moment. There should be a rucksack of medicine in here. Yes. And a pill press. Pill press is good. It'll give you, later on if you make painkillers in your own facilities, it'll give you more of them every time you do. Oh, I do want to drop that off. Sorry. It's kind of heavy, I think. Yeah, 25 pounds. That's a big pill press. Anything else to search in here? There is one more container somewhere. And I've probably looked straight at it. Ah, there it is.
No reason to keep searching here.
More painkillers. Good times. Alright, so that's cleared. We got some medicine. Give me that, and we'll put that in the back. Now, if we go and drop those 3 rucksacks off, they're the 3 things we don't have any of at the moment, and that might cheer the people up a bit, maybe. I don't know. So we can pull up alongside the other car. It still counts as parked. We should still be able to dump stuff straight in. Yep, beautiful.
Floater, watch your shots.
Whoa. Where's the bloater? Oh, there he is. Those things are a pain in the ass. Okay. Now, those aren't flashing anymore. We still could do with more of everything, but for now, it could be a lot worse. How are we doing for time?
Drop the screamer, now!
That's done. Workshop doesn't need to be upgraded, but the garden does. What are we missing? More materials. Okay. Oh. Wow, I think I shot him in the chest and it knocked him flat on his ass. That was pretty cool. Oh. Okay. Need more materials. Let's go get some. Or do I have some in this car? No. I do have meds though. Cool. And a cast making kit. Improves minor passive injury recovery. Meh. Cool. Alright, more materials. Go down to the storage unit down here. That should net us some goodies. Oh, and I think there's a hardware store here. In fact, I know there's a hardware store. Well, a garden supply store. But these places always...
It's locked.
Come on, crouch down and open it. There you go. They always have materials in them. Usually in this box here. I'm not saying the game's predictable, but there you go. This one, more parts. Parts are excellent because you use them to repair weapons and things. It might seem pointless grabbing just screws out of a box, but they are really quite useful. That's one bag. We need a lot of building materials. Those rucksacks early on, especially because in Nightmare Zone, one of the ways they make it harder, one of the many ways they make it harder, don't want to run over that guy, is it costs a lot more in raw materials to build everything. I think twice as much as it would in normal mode. And it just gets ridiculous. Especially when you want to upgrade things. So the more rucksacks of materials you can find early on, most definitely the better.
Might be a safe spot to rest for a few.
And... ooh, seeds and chemicals. Two other good things to have. Parts, and there should be a rucksack of materials in here. Yes, there is. Marvelous. Oh, there's another screamer over there. Again, if you haven't watched my previous season, allow me to quickly do a sales job on the gun-slinging skill. You may be watching me shoot guys and think, Jesus, what is he using, an aimbot, or is he cheating somehow, or maybe he's just that good? No one's that good. No, it's an actual legitimate skill in the game called gunslinging. It's a specialization of your shooting skill. It doesn't appear to be overly common as far as I can tell. More often than not, you're offered different options when you go to specialize your shooting skill. But all the Red Talon guys have it built into their skill set. Naturally, they get much better skills than everyone else, so they get I think it's called aim snap, and it just means that you can automatically headshot a zombie for the price of a small bit of your stamina. I'll show you what I mean. If you watch the blue bar, as I do it, you see that it drops. It takes a bit of stamina to aim at a zombie's head. And for mine, that's a small price to pay for the guarantee of a headshot, especially... Whoops. Wow, I can either do things or explain things. Not both at the same time. Yeah, so, and ferals. If you can headshot a feral like that with the aim snap, I mean... anyone who's ever dealt with a feral would understand what I'm saying. It makes life so much easier. Okay, garden will be upgraded in 16 minutes. We can put some more materials into storage. How are we doing for gas? Not great, I'm guessing. But what I really want is a repair kit for that other car. I don't think we have any at the moment. No, we don't. It's a bummer, and I can't make any, so we have to either find them or not repair the car. But take it for a drive anyway, why not? see what we can see. Might do a quick lap. Grab some fuel at a petrol station and load it back up. Actually, I think there's a little fueling thing here, isn't there? Although that horde's going to come at me pretty quickly, isn't it? I wonder if I can quickly... That's a loading dock. I thought there was fuel here. Oh well. Not to worry. Off we go. Before all hell breaks loose. There, perfect timing. There's a gas station down around the corner here, I know that, but there is more often than not a plague heart living in it. Oh, there's another sample on the ground. I'll grab that later. Yeah, this one over here. More often than not there is, yeah, and there is a plague heart in it. No.
That plague heart can't be far away.
Suppose there's no reason we can't just smash it, is there? How many rounds have we got? 67, that's plenty. As long as we're quick.
Seems like there's always a couple more left.
Get in the corner. Crank it to auto. Kill this bastard. And that bastard. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
Damn it! Just gotta keep that.
Boom. That's 2 plague hearts down in the first episode. Is that showing off? I think it is. But what are you going to do? Oh, more building materials. Fantastic.
Nowhere for that to go.
And I've got no room for anything. Of course. Tum-tum. Should have brought that fuel with me. That was in the other car. Not to worry. There's one there. Ah, except I can't pick it up because I'm carrying too much stuff. Fill this. Oh no, we don't need to fill it up yet, do we? We just need fuel for later if we're going to do a run. Ah. There we go. Grab the seeds back. Go for a quick cruise. So yeah, this will just light up all the buildings around the area. Give us an idea of the scope of everything. Let us know where we're at. Why are they not lighting up? They are now. And I'm still subscribing to the theory that a bloke I was watching on YouTube playing this came up with, that if you excuse me, if you drive around a bit in Nightmare Zone, it kind of spreads the zombies out a bit more, because especially the freak hordes and everything, they'll spawn where you are at the time rather than near your base. If you stay near your base the whole time, it just keeps spawning them in, and you know, eventually it just gets way the hell out of hand. But if you move around, you know, there's only so many it can spawn in at once, I think, and it sort of spreads them out a little bit more. And it seems to be relatively sound theory. Because the very first time I played Nightmare Zone, I spent a lot of time essentially huddled, if you will, in my starting area, you know, too afraid to go too far away, and it just, over time, the zombies just built up and up and up, and it was a really dangerous place to be. Whereas if you just drove a few minutes down the road, or not even, just, you know, 30 seconds down the road, it was an entirely different story. Everything was much more calm and less hectic.
You're listening out there. Come save me, please.
There's another plague cart we've just lit up, but I don't have enough ammo on me at the moment to deal with one of those, so we'll just keep driving around and light some things up. Ah, there's another military outpost that's already been looted. That's disappointing. Not to worry. And this will get us down into the industrial part of town now, where actually there's a crap load of building materials. So many warehouses and stuff down here. Oh shit. It's like the Fishwick of Cascade Hills, for those of you who live in Canberra. Maybe Mitchell, maybe Hume. But if you're looking for building supplies, that's where you want to be. How we doing? There's another plague cart there. Might just quickly duck down this road. There's a couple of warehouses down here that we need to get a bit closer to light them up. There we go. But a plague heart free spot in the corner there, that's good. And let's keep heading up the road here. There's that little house up the top that never lights up because I don't quite get close enough to it. Let's go and deal with that. Anyone who's lived in the container fort for any length of time knows this little house down here. You're always getting missions spawned in it. And oh, there we go. And it's got a play card in it this time. Glad we checked. So yeah, it can be really handy just to do a quick drive around early on. Not the most exciting thing in the world, but it'll certainly give you a good idea of where you're at. Where's what's been looted, what hasn't been looted, where the play carts are. If there's any vehicles around you, it'll... Wow. Gotta stop watching the map and start watching the road. Any vehicles, it'll light up. Oh, you gotta be joking. Look at that. Another survey car. Wow. That's crazy. Actually, I might just check the back of it. Slim chance it'll have a repair kit in it or something. Oh, it's got fuel.
Where should I put this?
Actually, you know what? Let's drop that. I can't. The rebar blade. Don't really want that. Rather have the fuel. Thanks very much. Alright, let's get moving. Actually, that probably would have been a smart place to fill up, wouldn't it? Why didn't I do that? No doubt my friend Sean was just yelling at the screen watching this going, fill up your car, dumbass. He loves telling me about that later. After he's watched an episode, he'll call me up and tell me all the things I've done wrong, including when I should have filled up the car and when I should have stopped filling the car and fought these zombies. Damn it! I don't know what I was thinking. There's no way I was going to get that fueled before they got to me, but... You know, sometimes... Ah! Wow, he's a nimble chap, isn't he? Jumping in the front like that. Okay. Fill this bad boy up. And keep driving. You know what? Unless anything exciting happens, we might even speed this up for you. You don't need to sit there and watch me just driving round and round and round. I mean, sure, it'll be hilarious if I accidentally crash into a juggernaut and then the car blows up and I get mortally wounded, and it's like when you're watching motorsport. To be honest, most people are only watching it because they want to see someone crash. That's the best part. But assuming none of that happens, I will just speed this up when I edit the video. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure if we check the tape... Nige, can we have a replay of that, please? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that replay we just saw will show that... I mean, I saw that guy on the road. It's not like I didn't realize he was there. I thought I gave him a wide enough berth, but...
Hey, neighbor.
Maybe
Can you spare
those
anyone to help us out?
bloaters have a trigger proximity thing. Like if you get a certain distance from them, then bam, you know. I don't know. Because fair enough if you hit him with the car. I completely understand. Of course, that's going to set him off, but I genuinely say we missed him by a good 5 or 6 feet.
That plague heart can't be far
Maybe
away.
he just
think I smell
looks
it.
out the corner of his eye as you roll past and goes, "Ah, f*** him." Boom. may be. All right, well, that's that whole area done. Ooh. A military checkpoint that hasn't yet been looted. Oh. Wow, did I literally just squash her head in my hands? Oh my god. That's messed up. Let's have a look and see what we got here.
Better than nothing.
More bullets. Put them in the gun. That's
This is
a
my last mag.
big-ass magazine.
Problem later.
Ooh, excellent. Rucksack of ammo, some parts. Is that everything? That is everything. There's only 2 of them. But that's a good score. Put that in the back. Actually, I might stash these guns. Because then I'll at least be able to pick other things up if needs be. Okay. Let's continue our survey. Now, I've stopped here because there's a rare weapon case. One of these things. You'll find them scattered around each map. They're always in the same place. Not always with a rare weapon in them, though. Sometimes, in this case, what have we got? A watch. This super awesome assault rifle I've got, the Infinite Guard's Eternal Rage, or vice versa, whatever it is. I've found plenty of those things in those weapon cases. They can be quite fruitful, but I think I've found in Nightmare Zone they tend to be a lot more Scroogey. You know, you find the rare weapons case and then in it will be... I mean, there was one in my last playthrough that had nothing in it. Not even parts or anything. So I think they sort of tighten that up, as they do with everything in Nightmare Zone. That's why it's called that, I guess. Now, we want to take this shortcut to the left, and survey will almost be complete. Now, I've just stopped here because there's an infestation. You can see the fluorescent yellow marker on the map. It means a particular building, in this case the brick bungalow, is infested. I mean, this one's not too bad. It's only, what, half a dozen of them or so, but if you let these infestations build up too much, it damages everyone's calm.
Okay, I don't think we need to worry about infestations for a while.
And it lowers morale and generally makes life miserable,
Just
so...
dropped off a couple things I found while I was out.
You get the chance, smash them! Just gonna head home now and double check the map and make sure... I'm pretty sure we've driven around most of the major roads and lit up all the buildings, and then we can do a head count on plague hearts and work out where we're up to. Because I think we've already killed 2 of them, which is awesome. 2 or 3? 2. Ah, shit. I don't know. A couple. We've killed a couple. But now we should know where all the rest of them are, and we'll get a good idea of how many are left, and so on and so forth. Alright. Let's stash this ammo and building materials and the guns. Kill these people. Oh. Oh well. That worked. Not what I was planning on, but it got the job done. Okay.
I have the solution for our needs. Recruit more people.
Nah. Let's not recruit more people. I actually want to see if we can get it done with just these 3, and I reckon we can. Base is looking okay. Oh, and I did get some more material, so we can upgrade the storage now. Excellent. And if you're wondering why I haven't bothered repairing the master bedroom yet, it's because we've got plenty of beds already. And that takes a lot of time and manpower that we didn't have earlier. I will do it eventually because it gives us a morale boost, but for now, I'm just going to leave it.
Hey, Things could be way worse.
Where's this wandering trader? Just down the street. Why don't we go see what they're doing? And
Hey, keeping busy.
while we're at it, check the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That doesn't seem like enough play cards. Is there anywhere we haven't looked yet? Oh, there's a building there that I've missed. Oh, and a couple here. How on earth did they not get lit up? I mean, we drove down that street. Okay. Oh, and there's a couple over here we missed. Yeah, okay, so there's probably a couple more. I thought there would be more than that, and yes, there more than likely will be, but it's fairly well spread out. Not an impossible task at all, though, to get them sorted. Let me just check if we... No, don't have any more rounds for this gun, but 19 should keep us out of trouble if all we're doing is going to visit a trader. Cool. Actually, I might use one of these bandages. And probably not a bad idea to change characters too while we're at it. This guy's a little bit more beaten up than I realised at first. What can he have? Let's give him... Well, it's the BFG, isn't it? Let's be honest. Doom fans. Oh, Greenie. You'll notice I will spend a lot of my time just switching between the two Red Talon people. Hopefully for obvious reasons. They're just... Be honest, they're better than you. Everyone else. They really are that good. Let's take the Stormbringer for a run. It's got a good suppressor on it. Yeah. And
Need to find more materials before our home starts falling apart.
some healy things and some runny things. Okay. Let's go see this trader. You never know what kind of cool stuff they might have. We'll take the truck.
It's been a while since we talked. You still working on that thing?
Oh. Who am I supposed to be working on a thing for? Oh, the Boon Trader. That's right.
Don't move a muscle. I'm on my way.
Oh, hang on.
I appreciate that.
Oh, there's two of them. That's right, the Boon Trader. That's the one we get for having the finish the trader playthrough last time. I forgot all about the trader. So yeah, you get the 4,000 influence that I was talking about earlier, the 4,000 in-game monies. But I forgot you also get a free, well, not a free, but a friendly trader shows up on the map to sell your stuff, which is awesome. So we should go, let's go shopping for the closing part of this episode. And then, in the real world, I'm going to go and get some food. I am absolutely starving. And I think my poor, long-suffering, amazing, beautiful girlfriend, Keegan, is in the same boat, but she'll be far too polite to say anything about it. It might be time to order some Thai food, I think. Oh, give me red duck curry or give me death.
Hello over there.
Ah, hello, Lou. How are you, sir? You're a fuel trader.
make a deal.
Excellent. Sure. I'll buy some fuel off you. I mean, hell, I'm cashed up, bro. Oh, look at all those mofos down there.
Hello? Is anybody
They
out
haven't
there?
seen us yet.
I could use some
That's
help.
pretty cool. Now, yeah, see, it sounds like there's a survivor in
You
need.
got something for me?
That guy just asked for help, and look, normally I would probably go and do that mission in the hope that we'd be able to recruit whoever it is to our community, but I really am considering
So what do we got today?
the virtues of doing a playthrough just from the starting house. I mean, sure, you can expand to a bigger base and have better facilities and blah, 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 but you don't have to. And
Let's make
in
a
the
deal.
interest of keeping it relatively simple, oh, he's got C4. I actually already brought some C4 with me. Do we want to buy it? Yep, why not? That's another plague heart killed, to be fair. I think 3 C4s should kill a plague heart. Why don't we find out on the way to the next shop? And if 3 C4s don't kill a plague heart, the machine gun I'm carrying, or the assault rifle I'm carrying... Oh, hang on. No, wrong building. Wow. Yeah, the assault rifle I'm carrying should take care of it.
Having a plague heart move in must really fuck up property values.
Oh, there's a feral behind us. Let's just jump up on this. Work out where he is. I bet you he's right down there, isn't he? Ah. Come on, you scampery little f***. Where are you? Just jump down and shoot him, but... Oh, there's 2 of them. Which means there's probably actually 3 of them. Oh, cool. Oh, I can't quite get an angle on him. Oh, that one I could. Yeah, that's 2. And the cool thing is, too, that killing ferals is worth good influence. I think we get 50 a pop. So, you know, especially considering we're about to go shopping, it's a good little bonus. Let's just work out where this plague heart is, first of all. Oh, screamer. Shh. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Oh, there it is. Let's maybe not get cornered. Alright. Let's go switch to the C4. We'll put all 3 of them down.
Last one left.
And get the hell out of here. Whoa. Set it off. Oh, okay, that didn't kill the plague heart.
How would I get this job again? Well, you weren't so fucking tough.
Oh. That could have gotten a bit hairy. And I think it's about to. Sounds like there's an armored horde on the way. Let's grab the basics here and get the hell out. Again, could kill an armored horde. Just not particularly interested. So there you go. We'll call that a bit of scientific research for those looking to do a Nightmare mode playthrough. Or Nightmare Zone. 3 lots of C4 is not enough to kill a plague heart. I genuinely thought it would be.
Hello.
I'm guessing we're going to need 4.
Please, come on in.
Now these traders, I wonder what they'll be. Oh, they're the boon traders, that's right. Oh, give her the plague samples. I thought they'd only want 1.
You're welcome.
Don't be gone for too long.
Oh, they're allied already, that's cool. Which means we can recruit them if we want. But again, I don't think I'll bother because I want to keep it nice and simple for this playthrough. And it'll be good to have a permanent, friendly, or allied store down the road. See what they're selling. Ooh.
Of course.
It's only got 22s in it. But I will... Excellent. I need to put the rucksack I've got in the car first. I should have thought of that. I'll just grab that fuel out too. How are we doing for fuel? No, let's fill it up. I'll grab those other rucksacks off them. Head home. Stock it up. And I think we'll call that an episode, peoples. That's been a really solid start. Killed a bunch of plague hearts already. Got the base reasonably well set up.
Always glad to see you.
Hey there, business partner.
Sure, sounds good.
We found a survey car. In fact, we found 2 survey cars. We've scanned most of the map already. Honestly, things couldn't have gone much smoother for round 1, or episode 1. Pretty stoked about that.
Hello there.
Actually, what are you? Just you're a computer expert. You would be of
So nice
no
to
use
see
to me
you.
anyway, because I've already got one.
You got something for me?
Sure, sounds good.
What about your friend here? I'm not saying we are going to recruit him, but
You look well.
craftsmanship.
So
Yeah.
glad to see you again. Come on in.
Again, if I was going to do a long-term playthrough where I'm going to, you know, settle down and
Boring.
build a community up and make it profitable and all that sort of stuff, then sure, maybe a craftsman guy. at least temporarily, to build a few things for us. But given that our mission here is to get the sheriff playthrough done and get it done efficiently, I don't think we'll worry too much about any of that. But that was a good shopping trip. Got some stuff, killed another plague heart, learned that 3 lots of C4 is not enough to kill one. Maybe that's another thing we can do, a few myth-busting things. Because I've wondered for a while what it does take, explosive-wise, to kill a plague heart in Nightmare Zone, and that's good intel. I'm guessing 4 definitely would do it. It didn't seem to be that healthy when we were finished. But maybe we'll try that on the next one. We brought plenty of C4 with us. I think from the last playthrough. Just before we go chucking everything in, I want to make sure we've got room for it first. Ah, yep, storage is upgraded. That's excellent. So they will all fit in now. Oh, nice. Now, let's quickly check everything. Okay, the worst thing is materials. We've only got 2. But that's easy fixed. Everything else is looking reasonably solid. Fantastic. All right, well, there you go. That's episode 1 done for season 2. Law and Order Cascade Hills.
Zombie. Damn the risk.
We will be eventually making... Is it Green? Is she a sheriff? She is a sheriff. I think we might make her the leader once she's in a position to be the leader. And then, yeah, we'll do this as a sheriff playthrough. And wouldn't it be grand? Let's have a quick look at the map before we go. If you zoom out a certain amount... That's another trick I've learned for the young players. So when you're fully zoomed out, you can't really see much at all apart from these survey points and plague hearts and the big things. The more you zoom in, the more detail appears. And there is a certain point, you'll see it here, where the cars show up. So the buildings and the cars are shown up as you zoom right in. But if you zoom out just enough, the buildings fade out and you can still see the cars on the map. So you can very quickly and easily scan around and see. There's one there. It's a taxi. Meh. What I really want is a cop car. Because if we're going to be a sheriff, we may as well be a sheriff for real. Another taxi. Truck. I mean, pretty slim chance. Oh, Royale. See, okay. Worst case scenario, we'll go get the Royale, which is a Crown Vic, which we could basically call an undercover cop car. Unmarked. That's the other survey car, and it looks like that's about it for vehicles. No cop cars. Look, it was a long shot anyway, but there you go. All right, cool. We'll call that episode 1. In the next episode, I don't know what the hell we'll do. I guess we'll go kill some more plague hearts and see what we can see. Thanks for joining us.